All right, come on. Can you hear me? Everybody hear me all right? Demon, you hear me? I changed the mic early. I don't know if it works or not. So, Street Fighter 6. I honestly was not expecting it today. I thought for sure maybe it'd be next week. I heard Capcom was going to be at the Sony thing, and I thought, no, they'll probably save Street Fighter for next week, and they'll probably do like, I don't know, something RE, which they did, Resident Evil 4, and then Resident Evil Village VR, which wasn't a big surprise either. But I figured like Monster Hunter or something like that, and then they would come with something Street Fighter maybe next week, or even wait to Evo or something like that. But no, it happened today. It was just didn't expect that to happen. So I've had a long day. I had every intention to stream earlier this afternoon and maybe ending about now, but plans changed. Things came up, work stuff, family stuff, and everything. Got home just in time to see the PlayStation reveal thing, and lo and behold, there it was. I thought when the new trailer first started, I thought it was actually what's that Capcom game they showed? Hadn't showed anything about it since. It's been like 2 or 3 years or something like that. It's like some weird looking game with like a dude in an astronaut suit and like a see-through cat and a girl, and then like a satellite came crashing through the planet and they're floating in space and she's making stuff, and whatever that game was. When they started showing the high rises and everything, which is what I guess is Metro City, I thought they were showing that game. I was like, oh, they're actually going to talk about this game again. But and then I'm seeing Metro City, I'm seeing pictures of Hugo and some other stuff, and I thought, I see they added some, Final Fight stuff, and even some Street Fighter stuff in here. Wait, is that Luke in the background? Wait, is this Street Fighter? And lo and behold, it was Street Fighter. So, I guess we'll start off here. So, I got the initial teaser trailer here that I want to go through and watch. And like, I still remember watching this the first time and like going, okay, so let's go ahead and start that up. And so obviously they're using the RE engine, and if anything, this was almost more of a tech demo than anything else. It's like, look at this, we got skin and sweat and dust. And veins. So, pretty simple. With that awesome logo. I mean, come on. Who didn't love that? Seriously. Who didn't love that? As far as I could tell, nobody loved it. So, going from that just as the introduction to, of course, what happened today, and we'll go straight into it. Who's that down at the left corner? Is that another character or something? Yeah, I see Giant Attack. I'm seeing Metro is like, wait, no, this is Street Fighter. It's like, okay.
When you go looking for strength, it's not like a game. This journey doesn't have a real ending. Okay then, hope you're ready to begin. want to start off on the right foot in this city, hit the streets.
Yeah, hey there, I do this. Never feel loose. And when I get up in the game, your RP improved.
Abigail stage. Abigail in this game? Is Damned in this game? It's like, wait a minute. Is this like a... Are we playing Shenmue and Street Fighter? Oh, I can't stop smiling. I cannot wait. Oh, jeez. Some girl getting kicked in the head. What's with the dudes with the boxes on their heads? Street Fighter finally has this drunken style fighter. Found out a little bit more about him in the website, but we'll go over that soon.
Let me have some fun.
Ready? Then show me.
This will be a good fight.
Oh, and they went with Hot Ryu as the default look. Parries are back. Looks like focus attacks are back. Luke just beating the crap out of folks on the ground. He's about to tear your throat out or something. The octagon with the Roman numeral 6 and then this thing. Then turn to the side to make it look like a 6 number. So yeah, like that one Pokemon. which Pokemon are you talking about? And do I want to know? Uh-oh. All right, let's take a look here. What Pokemon is this? Is that his name up there? Mean Shao? Oh my god. Oh, you mean she actually looks more Asian? Oh. So yeah, so I want to go back to the video here real quick and go back through some stuff here. So hopefully I'm assuming this is a stage. This might be like the hub world of the world tour mode. Turn off this. This may be the hub world, or it may just be a background, or possibly both. But it's Metro City, so we know that. So let's look at all the callbacks here. Obviously, Metro City. We got some Final Fight characters there. We got what possibly is another character in the game. We got some giant red-headed chick with a blade around her neck, maybe. We got what looks like Hugo there, possibly. We got some Hakan drink there, some Final Fight, Final Feast hamburgers. Let's see, anything else here? Natural born fighter, power speed, once a fighter, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, then obviously giant attack there. Then more the street style, all of that stuff.
When you go looking
So
for
yeah. Luke punch in the bag. Blah 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 blah. We seen you punch
the
stuff
right
before.
foot in this city, hit the streets.
So I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, you know, nice backgrounds and everything. Hold on a second. Hold on. Back. So Abigail's in the game, right? So That's Abigail Stage. He's in the game, right? I mean, we're in Metro City. That's his garage on the pier, where he's the boss in the stage and final fight. We gonna put the stage in the game. He has to be in the game, you know. Or give me Hugo at least, somebody. T-Hawk maybe, I don't know. But anyway, avocado burgers. Hagar, here we are at night. What is the deal? Hagar, you know, cool if he's in the game, but at this point he's probably too old. Some kind of subway. And there's the weird chick again right there. Another Final Fight hamburger. What's with the dude with the boxes on their heads? They're mad. So the chick over there, her says Mad Gear. Metro City. Yeah, they all do. And then we just get a nice back shot here of Damned. So back up. So we got Damned. It's definitely him. Now, is he just a character we meet in the story mode? Or is he going to be in a fighting game? Besides that one fighting game he was already in. That ridiculous Final Fight, whatever, on the Saturn. And then I'm like, okay, wait, I'm walking around the city? Wait a minute. They're putting a single player game in at launch? Well, Street Fighter hadn't done that since, what, Street Fighter 4? That's insanity. It's like, yeah, you're running around streets as some kind of adventure mode, which we now know is just straight called War Tour mode. So what are you, just meeting folks and fighting and learning moves and building up stuff, and then I presume you run into Street Fighter characters or something like that. But yeah, that screen right here. So and then let's skip up some frames here, and it's like for just a couple of frames they show the fight where you're fighting this guy right here. Oh, get on with it. Yeah, see, so you're fighting that guy. So that's apparently how this works. You meet folks on the street, you start fighting, you work your way up, you probably go into smaller tournaments here and there to when you finally run into somebody, and start running into Street Fighters eventually, working your way up. Daigo will be hitting boss in the mode. Yeah, that would be awesome, actually. But yeah, so I presume you probably run into, Damned. You might run into him in a dark alley, apparently, with a bunch of folks with boxes on their head, and other stuff I've seen. It looks like that new character Jamie's fighting some of them too. So maybe that's where you run into him at some point. I don't know. Oh, and then here's Chun-Li as Chun-Li. Wait, I just saw something. So her boobs didn't bounce. Totally not. Totally done. This game is ruined now. Totally ruined. Sorry, Sam. It's just there's no realistic bounce there. I don't know how I'm gonna play this. And then again, Ryu, default hot Ryu, nice. Got the sash and everything going now, which I saw some folks are saying is Oro sash, but it's like, well, what happened to Oro? Now this happens before Street Fighter 3. Is that the girl she rescued at the end of 5? That is also like in the intro for 3? For Third Strike, excuse me. And I'm thinking this is Chun-Li after she's already, Maz will fix that, yeah. I'm guessing that's probably that girl, she's training her. And this is, retired Chun-Li that we meet in Third Strike when she's already started adopting kids. She's probably the first one she's training her. And see, yeah, so there's Jamie there hitting cardboard box face guys and stuff. So if I had to guess, this might be in the World Tour mode the first time you run into him. Wild guess. And here are the two of them walking in together. Now, I've seen a lot of folks think they might be team modes, and I think they might be kind of leading folks on, because I'm pretty sure this is story mode stuff right here, because they show the two of them walking in side by side, and then they show the two of them standing next to each other. I think this is the versus screen, because look what it says right above them, right? So I think they're trying to trick folks. Say, yeah, it's going to be these two versus these two. No, I think it's Chun-Li versus Ryu. If this is the versus screen, holy crap. Because here's Jamie and Luke fighting each other, and Chun-Li and Ryu fighting each other. Now, when I get to the website stuff, if we find some other videos on there, I'll talk about this. It looks like it's actually slowed down, because I've since seen other gameplay footage that seems faster. So it seems like they might have slowed this down just to kind of show the animations and the hit stun effects and all of that stuff. But anyway. Oh yeah, apparently Chun-Li is a stance character now. So this thing here, that's not her ducking. That's a stance, where she can come out into that, what looks like an overhead move. So him going into Denjin mode. He has Sean's EX uppercut now for some reason. What looks like a focus attack dash cancel into super. A dash cancel. Parries. Focus attack. Perfect parry. Her parrying a focus attack. Getting a hit into her super. I'm guessing these are level 3s. And those are all the level 3s. So, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, and then there's this. So, Kimberly back there. So obviously, the next thing they're going to show, which hopefully will be next week, is the whole Battle Hub thing, which is obviously the online mode. We can see arcade machines down here. We can see a screen up here. Battle Hub, Game Center. So maybe they're doing the Arc System Works way of doing stuff. Maybe the character you create. Jamie stole Duck King power move. I mean, sure. But are they doing the Arc System Works lobby thing where you walk up to folks and play them at the arcade machines? Because, as you know, if you've been around me in the last couple years, you know how I feel about Arc System Works and their zealous pursuit of making it harder to get into a match, or just making it take longer. Here's your avatar. Now walk your avatar from wherever we start you to some machine somewhere, and maybe somebody else will walk up. But in the meantime, here's some more animation, here's some more costumes, blah, 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 blah. I hate that crap. I hate it so much. If they do this, it's fine. But if there's not just a menu option where I can just go and like, hey, I just want to fight folks. I don't care to take my, create a character in World Tour mode so I can sit them at an arcade machine and wait for somebody else to come and sit at my arcade machine. I don't care. I just want to fight. So, but we'll see. Obviously, they're not done with this part yet. That's why it was just a little tease. And obviously a fifth character, Kimberly, here in the background, who, if I had to guess, is some kind of dancer or something? Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, so the online mode looks like the next big reveal. So get that crap out of here. All right, so we go over here. All the Street Fighter stuff. Here's the concept. Blah 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 blah. So the game modes. We got Fighting Ground. Continuing tradition of being a genre leader, the pinnacle of fighting games. You found this mode, highly evolved combat system experience, stunning innovation for yourself. All the modes found in Street Fighter V can now be found in Fighting Ground. So they say all the modes in 5, which means like all of the main menu modes. This is where you go to start maybe the World Tour mode, arcade mode. Eventually go to single player. Yeah, so apparently it's just called Fighting Ground. So okay, so we get a look at the HUD here. So obviously we got life bars, and then we got, I think this is called the drive bar, right? And then your super stocks down here. So battle system design, simpler controls will let you improve offense, defense with good time. You can unleash attacks with flashy visuals, allowing you to experience the thrill, blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, simpler controls. I'm not going to lie. Got a little concerned when I saw that. So let's talk about the drive gauge. The engine that powers the drive system, available as soon as the round begins, allowing you to fight, blah, blah, blah. If you spin your entire drive gauge, you'll enter a burnout state with big disadvantages. It also replenishes automatically, making meter management key to the fight. All right, so I've never played with Luke. Never. Hadn't touched him once. But I did hear that his V-skill, like, rebuilds as you use it. And then I heard them also say that that was supposed to be like a kind of a glimpse into how Street Fighter 6 would work. So I presume whenever you use a drive move and it works, whatever stocks you used to do it and it works, it builds back up. And I think that's what Luke's V-skill gauge was supposed to kind of do in the last one. So here's the different drive impacts. So you gave the different drives moves you got: drive impact, drive parry, overdrive, which I believe is just EX moves, drive rush, and drive reversal. So the drive impact costs 1 stock. Powerful strike that can absorb opponent's incoming attack, perform on the opponent backed into the corner to introduce a wall splat, even if they block the attack. Huh. So this is basically a like a full charge focus attack from Street Fighter 4. And it looks like they're basically using, like, crunching up all the mechanics from Street Fighter 3, 4, and 5 and basically putting them all into this drive gauge. So it looks like both fierce attacks, or if you're using the easier control method, just L1. So yeah, so that's basically a focus attack. The drive parry looks like it uses what, half a bar? Automatically repel an opponent's attack and replenish drive when performed successfully. So just like his V skill in 6. Perform a perfect parry by parrying just before an opponent attacks you. And as we saw in the video, when you do perfect parry, the whole game just dang near comes to a stop. So I'm guessing it works a lot like Ryu's V-Trigger 1 parry. Or is it his V-skill? Crap. Either way, his parry in Street Fighter 5, I'm guessing it's like that because obviously it's medium punch and kick. So you just kind of use it as a pretty much like you use a V skill. So now what I'm wondering is, do you press it once for each attack, or do you hold it down like Alex's V trigger when he's riling back and he automatically parries stuff as it comes in? I'm guessing it probably acts more like Ryu's or Abigail's when you just do the attack and it comes out. But yeah, so focus attacks are back, parries are back, then overdrive. Press 2 the same button type instead of 1 when performing special move. Yeah, so overdrive is just a EX move, but it looks like instead of taking your super meter it takes drive gauge instead. So that's interesting. But yeah, EX moves. We've seen EX moves before. The drive rush. This costs 1 stock or 3 stocks. Perform a quick rush forward with a drive parry or a cancelable normal attack. Drive rush from a parry costs 1 drive stock, while drive rush from a normal attack costs 3 stocks. So this could, I guess, give every character the ability to cancel out of something. If you is basically a focus attack dash cancel, you could possibly do. Assuming you can cancel out of that, which actually I know you can because I've seen they did it in the videos. But yeah, so you spend 3 bars to cancel out of a normal attack, and you could probably extend your own combos that way too. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with this. Cancel out of something if you see your focus attack is gonna whiff. Dash cancel out of it. You get a hit and you can do the combos. It's kind of like the maybe similar to the quick combo in KOF 15, where you do that and you go and extend your combo and keep going from there. It's an interesting mechanic. And then the drive reversal. All right, perform a counterattack while blocking an opponent's attack. The damage is low, but can help you help you out of situations where you're being pressured. So you do this while blocking. So basically, it's the focus attack again, but while you block, and then you do a reversal attack that kind of stuns them. So those are the drive moves, and like I said, it almost feels like they're taking all of the mechanics from 3 all the way up to 5 and putting them all in the same game. And that's kind of cool. So, you got modern and classic control styles. Street Fighter 6 offers a new control mode to play without the need to remember difficult command inputs, allowing players to enjoy the flow of battle. Players who are delving into Street Fighter for the first time, or those who haven't touched a fighting game in years, can jump right into the fray. Of course, traditional control type of series still available. Players who enjoy it. Okay. I guess I'm fine with it, I guess. Because, like here, we get a good look at the modern controls type here, which is the simplified one. So when you're using the modern one, you don't get 6 punches. You don't get 6 attack buttons anymore. You don't get light, medium, fierce, punch, and kick. You get a light attack, a medium attack, a special attack, and a heavy attack. So you get one of each one of these, and then a special attack. It almost looks like MVC3. Your drive parry is 1 button. Your drive impact is 1 button. You got a throw button and assist. I didn't see this earlier. What's this assist button all about? Is it a tag team game? Uh-oh. Yeah, well, only in this mode. Only in the modern control scheme. And this is for, other games have done this too, where they have it to where, to allow folks who've never played a fighting game before. Because, if I was a kid trying to get into fighting games now, trying to learn moves, obviously it's doable. But just for the average Joe Smo out there who just wants to play a cool looking game, learning, 20 moves can probably be kind of difficult. And, a lot of folks just want to get in there, hit a button, do something that looks cool. I get it. But yeah, so Hadouken with a single button. Just a straight old triangle button. And then you do the different attacks. So this is a lot like Grand Blue, where their control scheme was kind of to get folks, because the whole point of the way Grand Blue was built was to get Grand Blue players to play fighting games, not necessarily to get fighting game players to play a Grand Blue fighting game. They put those simplified controls in it because they figured a lot of their fans from, you know, the from Grand Blue, when they came into the fighting game, would probably want something simpler to do than having to learn the motions and everything. But the motions and stuff are still in there. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's them basically doing what almost everybody else is doing now. And so I guess, yeah. So the super moves are done like this. So does everybody, now one thing I'm wondering about the super moves, does everybody have like 2 level 1 super moves and then a level 3? Or is this like a level 2? Because your super bar does not deplete as rounds end. So your super bar carries over from round to round. So I'm wondering if like the big one is a level 2 or a level 3 as you build it up. Okay, so here's the assist button. Oh, I see. So the assist button looks like it might be like an auto combo button. So if you hold it, does this mean hold down? Yeah, sure enough. So hold down the button and then just hit fierce, 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 which goes into his X kick, into an EX donkey kick, into a Shoryuken. I'm sure off of the round wall bounce into his Shin Shoryuken. Okay, I see. So it's kind of like the auto combos, kind of sort of like KOF, especially 15, where you can just hit light, but depending on that last button you hit, what it'll do, if you hit light punch, light punch, light punch, light kick, you'll end with like a normal, or you'll end with a special move, or you'll end with special, a level 1 super, or the highest level super that you have. So yeah, that's to help them out there. Okay, all right. So yeah, that's the end of that. And then, of course, you got the classic controls type. So this is just regular lights, the mediums, the heavies. You do both heavies to do your drive impact, drive parries, mediums, lights is a throw. So this is the Street Fighter controls everybody else knows and loves. Modern control style, helps you out. You'll be able to just get in and do moves and stuff like that. But you'll be pretty limited though to probably 3 combos, as long as they aren't 3 good combos. But anybody who goes with the classic control style, you'll be dash canceling moves and extending combos and doing all kinds of other crap and whatever. So as long as this was in here, because I was afraid that this wasn't in here and I got a little concerned. But it's in here, thank God. So good old-fashioned Hadoken, good old-fashioned Tatsumaki Senpukyak, good old-fashioned Shoryuken, good old-fashioned high blade kick. Was the English name of that always high blade kick? I mean, everybody always called it donkey kick, although that's not really the donkey kick. But has that always been the name of that move? Because it's not even really donkey kick. Anyway, all right. Now, then the commentary, it's like, what? Okay. We'll just take a look at this real quick. Oh, why is it muted? Stop muting.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Trying to read each other here?
At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important.
I mean,
Hit them with a stopping fire. More fuel for the fire. Cook them up. Breaking on them
cool,
to
I
lay
guess.
down some
Oh.
damage without giving up ground.
Oh, dang it. Hold on a second. Gotta go back a second. Can we talk about... Hate that crap. Oops. Can we talk about What is wrong with Hugo back here? That better not be actually Hugo. That better be like a cosplayer of Hugo. Why does he look so like that? And poison? And what's his name? What's this dude's name? Orbison, something like that.
Dealt some damage without giving up ground. Drops them. Perfect parry. They got a feast on this chance. What now? Can it be this time to bust this out?
Just, you know what? Just die.
No doubt about it.
So I'm assuming the commentary came out from just them having extra time. Just the sound guys had extra time. And they were like, well, we got like an extra two years before the game is actually done. What do you want to do? I don't know. Commentators? Cool. It is kind of weird that it's going to be subtitled, apparently. If you really want to hear your favorite Japanese commentator, what he's saying in English, if you want to know what he's saying, but who's going to read the subtitles while the fight's going on? Probably the same guy who's going to use that easier control scheme, am I right? Denjin, Shin, sure you can. So I'm guessing you get the Denjin for when if you go into the mode before you do that one. The logo though. The logo with the 6, and then they turned it sideways and then put the paint in there so it still looks like a 6, and then it's a hexagon, so it's like 6 sides. Come on! I still like the old one better. Anyway, so yeah, the live commentary. That's a thing. And apparently they're going to add more as it goes on. So, yeah, let's go look at World Tour mode. So, this looks like, and I'm trying not to get too excited here, because I feel like Capcom cares again. And you've probably heard that every time I go back and play old Capcom games, I was like, oh, back when Capcom cared. Because when Capcom cares about something, it is really good. So I'm trying not to get too excited about this, because I've got all kinds of crap in my head about encounters with different characters and how the story's going to turn out and what you'll actually do. But it kind of feels like maybe what Shenmue was originally going to be. Kind of a Virtua Fighter RPG-ish game. Because, you know, could be some kind of story mode. You're just a young kid wanting to get your bruising on the rough streets of Metro City. And so you go out and you're trying to find folks, and you run into Luke in a gym, and he starts training you, and you get into your first street fights, and, you know, hopefully gain more gear and all of that stuff. But I got to tell you, this is probably what I'm most excited to find out more about. Because as I've gotten older and worse at these fighting games, for me, it's less about competing against other folks than it is just playing a good gaming experience. And Street Fighter V was not that when it came out. It was barely a good competitive experience. It was basically a tech demo for the online mode when Street Fighter V first came out. You remember Street Fighter V when it first came out, Demon. I mean, and it's crazy. I talked to somebody relatively recently who didn't know about Street Fighter V when it first came out. The only Street Fighter V he's known about was season, what was that, that kind of post season 4 stuff before they did season 5. Was it 5? Whenever they added Gil and Seth, and that looked like that was going to be the end. That's the only Street Fighter 5 he's ever known. So, well, it's got little short story modes for each character. It's got a full-fledged story mode. It's got an arcade mode. It's got, you know, training and different online modes and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, when that game first came out, it literally only had the little short stories and the online mode and a training mode. And that was it. If you wanted to play like just a regular, you know, I just want to sit down and fight the computer real quick, you couldn't do it. You had to go online or go into training mode and turn on the CPU thing, if that was even in it when it first came out. I'm pretty sure it was. So another thing about this whole game, I feel like Capcom have obviously learned. They've seen the success from the other games when they actually put in some effort. They saw that over time, as Street Fighter V became a more fully functioning game, not just a advertisement for their esports stuff, but an actual game, and more folks started coming into it. They're like, maybe we should go back to like the old days and actually make this a fully fledged video game. Because it turns out the majority of folks who play Street Fighter actually just want to play a good video game first. So that's what I'm most excited about. Anyway, because you had a PS3 stick, yeah. Didn't answer your question from earlier. What was this? What was your question from earlier? Oh, do I OC my controller? Overclock? Clarify that real quick, and I'll get back to you. So anyway, World Tour mode, immersive single player story mode. This is a completely new experience that defies genre labels. So that's why I'm thinking, okay, defies genre labels. It could be like a Tekken Force mode. I mean, we saw clips of it where, you know, you're running around, you're interacting with folks, and then you're doing, you know, good old 202 101 street fighter fights, but you're also shoryukening garbage in an alley. So possibly you're also you're also doing like Tekken Force like stuff, or even Final Fight Streetwise type stuff, where it's like behind the, you know, you're behind the character and you're just doing moves against even gangs of enemies. It could be cool. Overclock. I don't know how you overclock a controller. So I'm going to say no. I guess. You talk about like a controller, or am I missing something? Dang it, baby. Drop my freaking controller. Plug it back in. There you go. So yeah. So I guess we got more information on that coming soon. And then Battle Hub, I know there's nothing here because that was like the first thing I looked at. So yeah, more info on that coming soon. But yeah, it, you know, folks standing around, it looks like a cool arcade, looks like a match going on in the background. Mainly stick program used to make it 1 kilohertz. Lowers input lag. Oh, I didn't even know that exists. So no. But I am going to use that as an excuse every time I lose now. So thanks for that excuse. But yeah, no, I've never done that. So now, what would be cool about this Battle Hub, if they make you go and, you know, fight at the arcade machines, so be it. If I could just go in here and like Street Fighter 4, because back in the old Street Fighter 4 days, I used to just go to the replay mode when I would clean the house, when I would clean my front room. I would just turn it on the replay mode and let that crap play, and do my housework while I watch folks play Street Fighter. If this screen up here is nothing but like a replay screen, or even better, a live screen, and I'm watching folks play the game, there's a good chance a lot of times when I'm sitting at work or something, I'm just going to leave this up. So every now and then I can just turn around and watch folks play. That would be amazing. That would actually be really cool. So yeah, we'll see. So those are the modes. Look at the characters here. So these are the 4 that have been shown, and a 5th one, Kimberly, is obviously next. So, we got, good old Ryu. Apparently he hates spiders. That's cool. Ever training his martial arts, seeks true strength, well-mannered and sincere. Ryu travels the globe, search for worthy opponents. Having overcome the Satsui no Ado, he now seeks yet greater heights. You got your voice actor up here, still Kyle Hibbert.
Good fights.
Yep. All that stuff. There's nothing else down here. No, it's just basically artwork and a little information. We'll go over here to Luke, who's, basically Luke with more clothes on and cooler hair. A contractor for a PMC. Luke uses elite military background to teach mixed martial arts. His days off are spent eating junk food, playing video games, fighting. But make no mistake, Luke plays to win. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, we got some other pictures here. Hold on a second. Let's go back to Ryu real quick here. Let's see. So we see, yeah. It's the fireball and him looking all like whole. And here, right. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, there we go. Get full screen going. Yep. Shin Shore, you can Chun-Li, where you can see her skeleton. Looks like the start of the Shin Shore you can super, possibly. So yeah. Another thing too, I like with the color splashes and everything that they were doing. One thing I was always concerned about them using the RE engine. Anybody who went from like Devil May Cry 3 and 4 to 5, and how starkly different a lot of those characters look, particularly oh god, the main character from 4, still kind of the main character in this one. How am I forgetting his name? Oh my god. Anyway, one thing I was worried about them using the RE engine was I was wondering, it's like, well, Street Fighter's always had kind of like stylized artwork. So you get something that looks much more realistic. How stylized could you get before it looks kind of like crazy, like almost to the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite weirdness, where they kind of tried to do like a realistic anime art style almost, and that just didn't work with like Chun-Li and Morrigan and their weird faces. Well, why did we get more folks complain about Morrigan's face so they would fix her too? Nobody ever talked about that. Morrigan looked crazy. Anyway, and obviously they're still doing the stylized art with Ryu, with his crazy eyebrows and everything. Here you see, we can't really see it there, but yeah, like right here you see he still got the crazy eyebrows that somehow come up in front of his headband and everything. So I was glad to see that they did still go there, and like the bright colors kind of brings you out of the more kind of darker feel, because everything's more realistic. But that's just my feeling about the whole art style here. So yeah, Luke punching even harder. Luke about to punch somebody. And imagine that, Luke about to punch somebody. So yeah, he's pretty much still Luke. Then you got Jamie. Self-styled Chinatown peacekeeper aspires to the example set by Yun and Yang. When I saw him, I was like, oh good, we have a Yin and Yang replacement, so hopefully they won't put Yin and Yang in the game. An expert dancer, Jamie places justice and friendship above all else, defending his town with his martial arts. Hates getting lectured and arrogance, likes Yin Yang dancing, and his grandmother, 5'9", 175, 170 pounds. So
The top player is here.
there's his voice. We got his artwork and his moves. Like Pow. It's good to have another Kung Fu character in the game. That's not Yin or Yang or Gen. And this is Street Fighter's first drunken style, right? Duck King, yeah. This is Capcom's Duck King. And here he is with his hair down. I saw this picture somewhere earlier. And I went back and watched the video. And when they do this whole thing in the video, his hair is still in the braid. So I'm guessing it's like Street Fighter V, where you press a combination of buttons and, you know, you get different hairstyles, you get different clothing stuff. So yeah, but Jamie looks pretty cool. I like him. I might give him a shot. Or Faye. Oh well, Faye's Jeet Kune Do. I mean, I guess that's technically Kung Fu, but it's a little different, yeah. Then we got Chun-Li. Former high-kicking ICPO agent, Chun-Li looks after Li Fan, a victim of the Black Moon incident. So that was the girl at the end of 5. With Shadaloo sundered, she now runs Kung Fu classes and has become a well-loved member of the local community. So yeah, this is retired Chun-Li that we eventually run back into in Third Strike, where she's just taking care of herself and the community and the kids. You might want to move that over a little. Anyway, hates crime and indecisiveness, likes days off shopping with Li Fan, 5'7" secret. I don't think her weight's ever been given. I think it's kind of like a running gag here. But yeah, I mean, it's Chun. She got the lightning legs. It's like that forward kick move. She's got her up kicks again. So just a straight anti-air. And then there's her face looking like a swan. Or apparently a Pokemon. Gotta catch them all ass. What is wrong with... What? You really don't like her. What? I don't... Okay. Whatever. To each their own, I guess. And,
Then show me.
looks like they got a new voice actress for her. Jenny Kwan. They probably went with an actual Asian American voice actress. And stuff. So, yeah. It's kind of crazy. That's all this here. Emperor Duke King, thank you for the subscription. What's up, dude? Yeah, we just sitting here talking about Street Fighter. Yeah. So we already know who the 5th character is going to be. This Kimberly chick. So I'm sure as time goes on, we'll expand it out there. Let's look at concept. Smarter evolution, stunning innovation. New era Street Fighter begins in 2023. So, let's see. With Street Fighter 6, players will be able to take their skills around the world and search for their own personal strength. No one starts off as champion. Even the strongest fighters had to take the first step. Now, it's your turn to take up the challenge and bring the game to the next level. So, I mean, they sure are showing a lot of damned here, man. I don't know. If he's not just a story character and a playable character, that would be kind of cool. I always thought he'd be a cool character. No Laura Bailey. No, like I say, they probably wanted to go with like an Asian American, you know, to play a Asian character just because. I'm sure they can find something else for her to do. El Fuerte. Let me tell you right now. If Fuerte's back in this game, I'm out. I'll hold out till Sam Show 2. The world of Street Fighter 6 is all about street culture, from graffiti to music. I do like the music in that trailer. I'm sitting there just like, oh yeah, this This is all right. You'll experience a new graphical quality that'll let you really feel the dynamics of your body. Dive into a battle against other players. It's like rhythm dance doesn't stop. All this neat stuff. Now, Jamie's face does look kind of weird at certain angles. But, you know, so he looks cool there, but this looks like almost more of like a pre-rendered scene. And like his in-game model looks a little weird. Like here. It's like his face is like somebody took his face and just took it from the side and kind of lengthened it. This looks weird. Street Fighter series has always been about smart evolution and stunning innovation. With highly evolved graphics, you'll be able to feel the real dynamics and tension of each fight scene. And new combat system, complete with controls that let you truly enjoy fighting, and the back and forth of battle will allow players to enjoy fights in line with their skill level. That's why I'm always okay with easier control modes, as long as you have the option. Is it going to be cross-play and on Xbox? It is going to be on Xbox. It is PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X, and Steam so far. So, if I had to guess, it'll probably be on the Windows Store too. But, yeah, it's going to be on all the major next-gen consoles. I'm betting Sony bought exclusivity for it to be on PlayStation 4 and not Xbox One, which is kind of fine, I guess, because, you know, Street Fighter 5 wasn't on Xbox One anyway, and, you know, comparatively to the sales of the PlayStation 4, who had an Xbox One? I mean, I did, but, you know, nobody was playing fighting games on it because everything was on PlayStation. But yeah, it's got to be it's got to be cross-platform though. It has to be out of the box. Day one, it needs to be cross-platform between all of those. That's got to that's got to happen. Matter of fact, if anything, I'm worried about the PlayStation 4 version. Might kind of put a kink in everything. Yeah, because well, that's true. Which is why I'm thinking that might make it to where PlayStation 4 and 5 are cross-play. Possibly even with the Steam version too, just like 4. And then Xbox and maybe Windows Store. But I'm hoping that it's all. So... Oh yeah, and what's the tournament standard gonna be? Because we know what's gonna happen. The PS5 version is gonna come out. It's gonna have, you know, extra frames of input lag because after all these years and after everybody complaining about the last one, somehow they let it happen again. So yeah, possibly Xbox goes back to being the kind of go-to console, assuming it won't have the same thing. I guess we'll find out. But, yeah, that'll be interesting. Guess we'll find all this out in 2023 when other folks will have to buy 4 or 5 Xbox Series X's and run events and stuff. Because I ain't doing that crap no more. Y'all have at it. So, each player walks their own path, whether this is the World Tour mode. Whether you're looking for strength or for fun, we invite you to take your first step here and find your own way. It's time to experience the vast world of Street Fighter. This isn't just a story about the fighter, it's a story about you, the player. Find your rival, meet friends, and walk the path of a world warrior. Like I said, I am cautiously optimistic about this. I want it to be good. I want to be able to not only turn on Street Fighter just to play, you know, an online match, but to also play a fun game too. And again, back when Capcom cared, they knew they were making a video game before anything else. And I feel like they very much lost their way with that, especially when it came to 5. Then Battle Hub part, find your rival, meet friends. You'll find plenty of both in battle. Where you meet these people is also evolving. Wherever people gather to exchange ideas, you'll never know what you might find. The hell does that mean? Street Fighter 6 is time to gather and enjoy the fight once more. So it sounds like, I'm guessing you'll take your created character from World Tour mode, and that's where you'll interact and meet people as they gather to exchange ideas in a virtual world. Sure. I'm guessing that's what we're going to do there. So, and hopefully we'll find out. Hopefully they'll go ahead and reveal this next week at Summer Games Fest. But we may not hear more about that until like maybe E3 or something like that. No, not E3. Evo. Or maybe they're still supposed to be doing their quarterly videos and stuff like that. So we'll probably get one of those next week. Sometime this month. So yeah, that's true. Xbox does have 120 hertz at 4K, which I got to tell you, when you play a game that's 100 hertz or 120 hertz at 4K on a big old TV like I got, oh my God. It's one thing on these monitors here that I got, 144 hertz. But on a big old screen and not used to seeing console games looking like that, it makes a huge difference. So yeah, that's all of that there. We got any cool new stuff here? The announced trailer, and so it's basically everything we already saw. Yeah. Yeah, we looked at all this before. So yeah, I'm guessing 3 levels is as high as you go, but I'm wondering if that max super is like level 2 or level 3. And again, it's cool, and I wonder how fast the level gain is too, because you don't lose super bar in between rounds. I read somewhere, and EX moves are dependent on your drive gauge. So yeah. I just want to see it. I saw Maximilian earlier say that they're doing an event next week where certain folks are going to be able to play Street Fighter 6, and he's one of them. So we'll be able to get hands-on reviews and stuff about this when all that stuff happens next week. So keep an eye on your Twitters and your YouTubes and your Twitches for all your favorite fighting game folks, because I'm sure they'll all be there and playing. Wish I could do it. Oh well. So yeah, that's I gotta tell you, after a long day and not thinking there was going to be really anything exciting at the Sony Play event, this put a big pep in my step. I am genuinely excited about this. Genuinely. I cannot wait to see Abigail in these graphics. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh, come on, man. It's going to be so good. Abigail and Hugo and Juggernaut as a guest character. Just put all my characters in one game. I'll be done. God, that'll be cool. Yeah. Again, I wasn't that excited, honestly, about Street Fighter 6. I was looking forward to it. I'm a Street Fighter fan. Street Fighter was my first, was the first real, it started the whole thing. Of course, there was other, fighting games before. Street Fighter 1, Yi Kung Fu, Karate Champ, stuff like that. Sure, but Street Fighter 2 was the one that started it. And even though I've played hundreds of fighting games over, 30 years, I'm so old. Street Fighter is the one I always end up coming back to. And so I was always going to be looking forward to Street Fighter. But after seeing this freaking trailer, which I'm gonna play it again because doggone it, it's Street Fighter. After seeing this, I've never been more excited. I don't think I've been more excited about a fighting game coming out maybe since Street Fighter 4, when it was like the first Street Fighter to come out after a long, long, long time. Yeah. So yeah, I saw they putting the Spider-Man games on PC. That's pretty cool. So, honestly, I forgot about that. After I saw this trailer, I kind of forgot everything else that happened at it. What else did happen? There, it was Resident Evil 4, which looks pretty cool. VR for Resident Evil Village. Why are they wearing boxes over their heads besides them not having to make faces for these characters? So you sure you can junk? If that's like a side quest, I'm in. Sure you can tend trash cans. I'm in. Kind of a pseudo RPG mode. But yeah, what else was it? Oh yeah, the VR Horizon game. I guess I've still never played a Horizon game. You know what? I'm gonna put that on my list of things to do. I'm going to play Horizon. Finally, I finished Eiyuden Chronicles Rising, so I need something else to play on my off time now. But yeah, once this trailer hit, I was pretty much done. It's like everything else exited because I was just thinking about this.
Ready? Then show me.
Pokemon Chun-Li, apparently. It's all I'll think about now. Oh my god. So what's everybody else think? Look cool, look bad, looking forward to it, meh. Don't really care about Street Fighter, but it's a thing. What's up? Tell me what you think. Who do you want to see come back? Who do you not want to see come back? Who are some guest characters we want to see? If Street Fighter will ever do any guest characters? Another El Fuerte. I tell you what, I can't deal with this. I don't know if I can deal with this, man. Fuerte's gonna. No, you know what? I mean, shoot him. Nah, he's okay. Let's go ahead and play that again. Don't ban him. Don't ban him. I mean, that's two. Heck, more folks want him back so far than anybody else. What about Rashid Demon? What do you think about Rashid in this style? Think he'll be think he would be interesting in this?
When you go looking for strength,
Huh? Well, what'd they do with
this
him?
journey doesn't have a real ending.
Rashid.
Hope you're ready to begin.
Rashid didn't die in the story, did he?
On the right foot in this city. Hit the streets.
Well, Henry Rashid DLC. Did Rashid die in the story mode? It's been so long since I played the story mode. It's been years. Huh. Fang poisoned him. Oh, that's right. He was in the room. He was the one in there having to fight Fang and that other chick, wasn't it? And she ended up pulling Fang down. And he stopped the thing, but did he die? Wow. Huh. So I remember Chun-Li being like kind of useless in that story. It's like besides saving the girl, she did literally nothing.
Ready? Then show me.
Look at this. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I wasn't sure about RE Engine Street Fighter, but I'm on board. I'm good with it now. Oh God, what does Ken look like in this game? Do we go more from the evolution of a Street Fighter V look? Or are we heading back to a more traditional Street Fighter 2, 3, just regular old red gi look? So who all has to be in the game? It's like, you know, we got Kimberly there. We know Kimberly's in. We know Ryu, Chun-Li. You know, do the original 8 have to be in the game? What does Blanca look like in this art style? You know? Does he just look crazy? I hope he looks like Patrick Swayze Roadhouse version. Interesting. That would be an interesting look for Ken. I want to see him in like you know, round the house clothes with like a man bun. You know, taking care of his kids and all of that. If this takes place after 3, does that mean G is bad again? Was G ever good? And now I thought I heard that this was taking place before 3. After 5, but before 3. Am I wrong in that? And if so, tell me when I can go to find out. Because I thought I heard that this is after 5, but before 3. But if it's after 3, then yeah, Chun-Li would be the exact same spot as she was when she showed up in Third Strike. Which she is. But, you know, we're not dealing with... we shouldn't be dealing with Shadow Lu anymore? Are we dealing with Gil and all them now? Does he show up in this world trying to get everybody into harmony by fighting? You know, that story mode. Just again, there's just so much it could be. What is that story mode going to be about? What could it be like? I just want to play it. But yeah, I'm wondering what the story's going to be. They could just concentrate on, because I almost feel like this game is going to start off with around 16 characters, 8 old characters, and possibly 8 new ones. Because Lord knows Capcom and every fighting game company learned after Street Fighter 3. You don't just replace your entire roster of characters. If people get into a new game and can't pick up a character that they already know, then they're not going to like the game. Especially when you're new characters, like, because I still remember the first day I walked into the arcade and played Street Fighter 3. And there was this blue dude that was Dawson and Blanca combined, and I remember thinking to myself, why didn't you just put Blanca and Dawson in the game? Who is this weirdo? This weirdo that sucks. And why is this wrestler guy the main character now? And who decided that a wrestler had to be a charged character? I don't get it. This game doesn't make any sense. So it's cool that, again, not just Capcom, everybody learned that. Because you go back and look at, you know, big sequels to fighting games after that. Well, you couldn't really, because everybody else was just doing the Street Fighter 2 route up until that point. Just making the same game, putting on two to four extra characters and maybe a new game mechanic or something like that. But yeah, Street Fighter 3 messed it up so much there were no fighting games after that. Besides, like, you know, Guilty Gear and Tekken and Smash. That's about it. You know, traditional fighting games, Street Fighter 3 ruined it for everybody. They sold so little of them arcade characters. Shoot. They sold so little of that game. Again, people look back at Street Fighter 3 with rose-colored glasses right now, and a lot of these folks weren't even around when the game was around. I'm here to tell you, people hated Street Fighter 3. Street Fighter 3 was a dumpster fire. It was a complete and utter failure. There was not a million selling copy of the game from the day Street Fighter 3 came out in our arcades up until a couple of years ago, and that was only because it was finally on the 30th anniversary collection. That's the only way it's ever sold over a million copies to this day. I know everybody looks at Street Fighter 3 with all this love and everything, but older folks like me still kind of look at it with disdain. Like, man, that game sucked. Third Strike was a good game. Street Fighter 3 series was horrible, and it destroyed arcades and it destroyed the fighting game genre for a decade. So if you ever wonder why you don't hear me talk about Street Fighter 3 with the love that younger folks do, that's why. I lived through all of that. I watched Street Fighter go from the biggest thing in the world to nobody caring about fighting games anymore, including Capcom. So yeah. Soul Calibur and Virtua Fighter didn't stop. Yeah, but they never really went to the heights that Street Fighter did, though. They kind of, you know, they picked up the 3D thing. Now, I remember when the first Virtua Fighter came out, it was like those square polygons and the way they jumped 100 feet in the air. Oh my God, it looked so real. And that was mostly because of the animations and everything, you know, the motion capture and stuff. But Virtua Fighter was like a game-changing thing at the time. It was almost like the first time you saw Mortal Kombat and just how starkly different it was from Street Fighter 2. You had Virtua Fighter come along and it looked so real, even though, again, they jumped so high, but, you know, it was what it was. And then when Tekken 1 came out, it was kind of the same thing. It took Virtua Fighter, but it kind of made, you know, it kind of did its own thing with the, you know, there was a button for your left fist and your button for your right fist and a button for your left foot and a button for your right foot, and different combinations of it did stuff, and they still jumped 100 feet in the air. That's just what 3D games did back then for some reason. It was cool. Pika Shocks, what's up? Can't believe Capcom announced that new Tekken game. Close enough. Yeah, I don't think Tekken. I don't think Tekken's gonna be a thing anytime soon. We know they're working on Tekken 8, but I don't think we're gonna hear anything about that. Because remember how long it took Tekken 7 to come out between when Tekken 7 came out in arcades and when it finally came out in the home console? It took forever. Yeah, Street Fighter 6. It looks cool. Hey, it's got like anime game controls where you can just do a button and a direction to do moves. You ought to like that. You weebs ought to like that, right? That's what you weebs do. Just press a button and a side, and then like something cool comes out, and yeah, you know, you do that stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna call that weeb mode. Oh God, that's exactly what I'm gonna do from now on. So, oh God, you're playing weeb mode. Soul Calibur 2 is what made guest characters in the game a big deal. Street Fighter's never done guest characters though, so I'm wondering if this is going to be the first one to do it. I mean, they don't even do guest characters from their own companies. Not less other stuff. There's never been a guest character in a Street Fighter game. Has there been a guest character in any Capcom fighting game besides obviously the crossover games? Marvel vs. Capcom, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, Capcom vs. SNK. Oh, can you imagine Capcom vs. SNK looking like this? I almost feel like if there was going to be another Capcom versus SNK, first of all, it would be an SNK versus Capcom. SNK would probably make it because they got screwed in the original deal, apparently. SNK was, they still are a very small company. So apparently Capcom kind of screwed them on the licensing deal. Basically, hey, give us all of your characters and we'll give you $5. SNK was like, $5? Wow! And then, of course, the games went on to be what they were, especially Capcom versus SNK 2, and SNK saw none of that money, which is why Capcom threw them a bone and let them make SVC Chaos, which I still liked. I thought that was a good game. A lot of folks really didn't care for it, but I thought it was a good game. But most folks didn't even know who SNK was before they played Capcom versus SNK. And by then, arcades were not really a thing, and even if they were, what was the chances you were going to see an SNK cabinet in there? That was like the end of the arcade days where they were only going to have, hits. They were going to have DDR machines, ticket games, maybe Soul Calibur 2, Tekken Tag, something like that. The old Capcom versus the old MVC cabinets. Even Street Fighter 2 in there. But you probably weren't going to get an MVS board where you were going to be playing, Samurai Showdown 4 and, Fatal Fury Special and stuff like that. So, yeah, SNK got screwed on that deal because even by the time they came out with their game, who played it? Nobody. I had to get it on an emulate later to play it. And SNK one, because I knew the game existed, it wasn't anywhere down here. But yeah, can you imagine an SNK game, Capcom versus SNK in this artwork? Ryu versus Ryo. Just the amount of muscle on the screen at one time between thick Ryu in this game and Ryo's little head and large chest and arms. Oh God, can you imagine anyway. I think you misunderstand why I prefer Arxis games and in turn SNK games. Nah, I was messing with you anyway. But Ryu and Ken are guest characters from Smash Brothers Ultimate. What do you mean? Of course, I thought about that once. How many little kids playing Fortnite have no idea who these Street Fighter characters? It was Fortnite that Ryu and like Chun-Li and Cammy and Sakura recently were in, right? And I wondered how many of them have absolutely no idea what a Street Fighter is. And as they get older and they run into Street Fighter 6, and to them, oh, that's the guy from Fortnite. That's the day when I'll probably just go ahead and dig my own grave and just lay down. It's over. Life will be over at that point. It will be over at that point. It's like that's it. I'm totally out of it. I'm done. The world has passed me by. Just let me go in peace. I'm going to realize first time I saw SNK characters. I believe 90% of folks who play SNK games now, if you aren't over a certain age, 90% of folks who play any SNK game now was introduced to SNK characters by Capcom versus SNK 2. Because most folks didn't play the first game. First game kind of sucked. It was one of those games that you played and was like, that I played anyway and was like, I bet you if they made a sequel to this game, it would be awesome. And man, was it. So, your dad was a Garo fan. Yeah, Garo was, we played Garo this weekend. Me and old strange friend over there. Where I got to introduce to him where all these characters from KOF 15 came from. Yeah, Jacket Dude and Weird Purple Wing Kid and Pirate Girl and Kung Fu Guy and his sister that liked to hump folks. He humped me many times in that game. I was afraid. Kevin, of course. Kevin has to be the guest character in this game. So, first of all, Let me introduce everybody. Grant, yeah. Let me introduce everybody to the best Kevin player in the world, Strange Friend. He somehow took that character and made him look almost good. Almost. Been trying to play Garo for months upon months. Hey, had you not been up in Combo Breaker? Oh yeah, I saw you. What was that? Friday night or Saturday night when they were doing Dengeki Bunko anime boobs, whatever that game's called. I saw you commentating that. Good job. Grant's banned. He's a boss character. It's not fair. Pushback nearly to the point of being canceled. Oh no! So anyone trying to run Garo this weekend? Hey, if I'm there, all day. Matter of fact, I'm gonna find my PS4. It's buried under some boxes somewhere. I still got the big game, the Big Fight Club PS4. I'll bring that just to be sure. We playing some Garo. If you're really coming, I'm gonna do it. Climax and Combo Breaker. Oh, you were that too? Cool. Oh yeah, I think I saw you when you were there. Yeah. So yeah, Street Fighter 6. I'm super excited, and it's funny because every time I think, man, I'm tired of Street Fighter. I play it so much. I'm pretty much done with the game. I'll take breaks from it, long breaks from it, and then I'll come back to it, and it's like playing Street Fighter 2 for the first time. Well, getting into Street Fighter 2 for the first time again, because as I've told the story before, me and my brother didn't give a crap about Street Fighter 2 when it first came out in the arcades. We used to have to navigate around the crowds in the arcade to hurry up to get over to the Operation Wolf game. You know, we're still playing Operation Wolf. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Dungeons and Dragons, Aliens versus Predator. What's some other old arcade games we used to love? I mean, of course, there was Pac-Man and everything. And we didn't get into Street Fighter until the year the game came out on the SNES. Was that 93? It's probably 93. So we were aware of Street Fighter, but we didn't actually start playing it until our mom bought it for us for Christmas for some reason. We always imagined she must have went to like, a toy store or game store or something like that, and said, I'm looking for like a big game on the SNES, and trust me, Street Fighter 2 was the big game. So we imagine that's how she got it, and I don't even think we played it on Christmas Day. I don't think we ended up playing it for like a few days. And I think we were like, oh yeah, we got this Street Fighter game. Well, I guess we should try it out. And, slowly we started learning moves, and the rest is history. We started really getting into it after that. And then, of course, every other fighting game we can get our hands on after that. Because, of course, all the Street Fighter clones came out soon after. So I used to play a lot of Fatal Fury and Art of Fighting when they first came out. Particularly Art of Fighting, even though it was demonstrably worse than both Street Fighter and Fatal Fury, which was worse than Street Fighter. But I don't know what it was. I just loved Art of Fighting so much. I think it was like the more cinematic type story, but either way. And then Samurai Showdown came out, and that was like, so Street Fighter was like my first girlfriend. But Samurai Showdown was the girl that, just rocked my world. Yeah. Those two games will always be, like, right there, man. I still remember playing Samurai Showdown. Well, particularly Samurai Showdown 2. Samurai Showdown 1 was awesome, but 2 was the one that just, every time I walked into the arcade, my brother and our friends would go spread out and play other stuff. I always went straight to Sam Show 2. And I just played that like crazy. But anyway, you don't want to hear about that. Street Fighter 6. There it is. New logo and everything. Still kind of like the old one, but cool, whatever. I like this one though. So they actually put some thought into it. Hey, let's still do the 6-sided hexagon thing, But what if we did this? What if we did like a V and an I, stylized, and then put the other half of the hexagon on it and turned it sideways, so now the V and the I look like the 6 when we put some of the street paint behind it. Pretty good. It's too bad they didn't come up with that first, but whatever. When the first time I played it on my Uncle SNES and got in trouble for playing his system without permission, but I beat arcade mode when I was 4 with Guile and Honda. Yeah. And what, real quick, before I go, what is everybody's first fighting game? What was your first fighting game? What got you into it? Just ask that real quick. I'm interested. I want to know. Because for me, I was there at the dawn of the whole fighting game genre. All of you in here are younger than me, so I'm interested. What was your first fighting game? Was it Street Fighter 2? Like Gavin, I think Dragon Ball was yours, right? I think that's what you told me before. Because yeah, my first fighting game was Street Fighter. My first SNK game was probably Fatal Fury, because I think Fatal Fury came out before Art of Fighting did. Street Fighter 2. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Special Champion Edition on the Sega Genesis. The best console of that gen. I mean, that's arguable. That's arguable. It was definitely a good console. Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. Are you serious? That was your first fighting game? It's not a bad one to start with. I tell you what, of all the Ninja Storm games, I always liked the story mode in the first game the best. Always felt like it was structured better. Although the third and the fourth game story modes, all just the cinematics and all that were just amazing. I think Naruto was like the last big anime I was really into. These days, besides Gundam stuff, I don't really watch much anime anymore. Imagine your first fighting game not being BlazBlue Central Fiction. No, that's back when, really the only fighting games you could get was Guilty Gear, and then the BlazBlue games. They found a way to keep their stuff going, but they were always kind of the back burner stuff. But it's cool that they never stopped. They always had their little niche. They never needed to sell 1 million copies of a game to stay open like Capcom did. So, Night Warriors Darkstalkers Revenge was the fighting game I loved playing. Sega Saturn. Nice. Frames was like a fighting game. What did you say? An Ultimate Ninja Storm's not a fighting game? That's arguable. It's an arena fighter, kind of, sort of, right? Arena? Is that what that would be? An arena fighter? Yeah. I would count it as a fighting game, but I like those games. I'm new to this FGC stuff. The last CF update was my first game. Okay. All right, 2 months before Dragon Ball came out. Gotcha. First fighting game was Tekken 5. Nice. I was over at cousin's house and fell in love with Yoshi. Oh yeah, I've seen you play Yoshimitsu before. I still remember the first time I saw Tekken 1. Me and a friend of mine, we just straight skipped school. Lunch was ending. Chris didn't want to go to class. He had to go pick up something anyway, and I didn't want to go to class. I was passing everything anyway. Didn't matter. He asked if I wanted to go help him pick something up. And I looked around, was like, yeah. We jumped in the car and we drove to the mall. He had to pick something up at the mall, and while we were there, we went to the arcade, and there was this new game, Tekken. Like, Tekken? What is this? Why is there a tiger fighting on here? This is weird. Huh. That big android guy looks weird. Huh. Why do they jump so high? Huh, there's a button for each hand and each foot. That's kind of cool. That was the first time I'd ever saw that game. Actually, I don't think I can say new anymore since DBZF was 2018. It was only 4 years ago. That was, well, you're still young. 4 years seems like forever ago for you, I guess. Uh, Lemon and Lime just hitting on not Naruto games, whatever. Just like folks used to read Playboy for the articles, I play it for the story mode. How about that? Anyway, all right. Lim, you got a weird obsession with FPS. You telling me if a game dipped down to 59 frames per second for 2 seconds, it's suddenly trash. I mean, it's probably not good if it does that. 4 years is enough to understand how to play games. Yeah. So, yeah, Street Fighter 6. I'm so excited. I didn't think I was going to end up streaming today, but I'm happy I did. I can't wait to hear more about it next week. I don't know if Capcom's going to be doing more stuff about it, but like I said, I know for a fact that Capcom's having an event where they're having folks come in and play the game. So we should start getting a lot of first-hand impressions of the game soon. Then between now and next year, we'll be getting character reveals. They'll probably still be doing their live streams and doing updates there. I'm sure we'll get character reveals. We'll probably see. We may see Kimberly next week. We may get some more info on it next week. We'll definitely get more info from folks who are playing it firsthand. Maybe we'll more than likely see something at Evo, and what else we got? I don't know. Possibly Gamescom if they're doing a Gamescom this year, and Capcom Cup. Wait, when does Capcom Cup end? December or early next year? Because I bet you any game. Capcom Cup ends in February? When are we getting Road Combat 6? I don't even know what. Okay. They're going to announce Puzzle Fighter 2 next week. Hey. That wouldn't be a bad thing. Hell, let's go ahead and put it in 6. Shoot. When's that Fighting Collection coming out? That's coming out soon, isn't it? The Capcom Fighting Collection. When is that coming out? Let's release that. June 24th. There we go. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's soon. Soon enough. It'll be right after. So it's the week after Gulf Coast Throwdown. Oh. So that means we won't be able to play it there until like August. Unless we do something in the interim. We'll see. Whoa! What is all this hate for Darkstalkers all of a sudden? Jeez. I mean, it's every version of Darkstalkers on there. Besides the one that counts, why don't they just put the Dreamcast game in one of these collections? It's killing me. Just put the game where I can play with every character and pick which version of that character I want to play with. Why do they refuse to do that? For matching service. Anyway, that's been a pet peeve of mine for years. And this one, they're doing it, but that's why there's like 3 different versions of Darkstalkers 3 because, and it's cool, kinda, but they're taking characters out and putting other characters in and calling it a new version when you could just do give me the PlayStation 1 version that had every character in it, or just give me a hacked arcade mode that had every character in it. Forgot to talk about the Darkstalkers game, actually. That game series changed my life too, because Darkstalkers 1 and 2, I used to play the crap out of those games. And those games I always say was kind of the I feel like anime games kind of spawned off of that game, because you go back and look at Darkstalkers 1 and 2, compare that to Street Fighter 2, and see how completely different those games were. Completely different. And that's when stuff really started going kind of crazy with fighting games because soon after you had the X-Men versus Street Fighter, which me and my brother, the first time we played X-Men, I remember us saying, man, can you imagine if they ever put Street Fighter characters in this game? Yeah, but if they put Ryu in here, his fireball couldn't be a regular fireball. It had to be like a stream or something. Ha ha ha, that'll never happen. Skip ahead a few years, walking into Qzar, and there's Ryu throwing a super fireball stream just like we said. Man, it was magical. Anyway, just Darkstalkers just felt so different. And I think that's where, like I said, to me, a lot of what's called like anime games now kind of took their beats, I think, more from Darkstalkers than from Street Fighter. Say, hey, this is different. Yeah, I can do more cool stuff here. I can make flying characters. I can make characters that dash in the air and that block in the air and do super moves and stuff. And yeah, this is where I'm going to go. I always thought Darkstalkers was kind of the evolution of that. So Darkstalkers is trash. It got modes I'm not supposed to because it lets you win for free. If I'm playing a game, I'll play with whatever style they give me. Okay. All right, so before they come to Twitch chat fisticuffs over here, I'm going to call it. I've already streamed way longer than I thought I would. Thank you guys for coming and joining me in what turned into a very, very good night. I'm super excited about this. I'm going to be keeping my eye on it, looking forward to it, seeing what's going to come of it, and yeah, I'm just glad that it seems like Capcom cares about making a fighting game again. Because I felt like even Street Fighter 4 to a degree, Ono cared about making fighting games. Capcom only cared about, they were bit hard by Street Fighter 3, and to them, if we can make a little money off of it, fine. But we're not gonna give you enough money to try. This looks like they're trying again. They're making it a good game. Hopefully they're making it a good fighting game. And again, I just want to go back to the days where Capcom cared, because when Capcom cared, back in the SNES days, back in the PS1 days, they were the best game company in the world. And we saw what happened when they put in effort with the Monster Hunter games. We saw what happened when they put in efforts with the new RE games. Everything after RE7 has just been like, boom. DMC5, boom. Street Fighter 6 needs to be the boom for fighting games, particularly for Capcom. And what I've seen tonight makes me feel like it's probably going to be that. So, I'm excited. Might actually get me to try to get good at fighting games again. I won't, but might try. As it come out. So, all right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night here. The normal stuff. Weeklies every Sunday at Engage Gaming if you're in the Mobile, Alabama area. I went this past week. Wait, did I go? Yeah. I went this past week, and we've been having a pretty good crowd there. For the last few weeks that I've started going again ever since tax season ended. So if you don't have to be good at fighting games, you just have to like fighting games. And trust me, we play everything up there. Like I said, this past week we played Garo. They were playing Street Fighter 4. They were playing Tekken. They were playing all kinds of crap. So we just kind of get together and just play video games. Mostly fighting games, sometimes card games. Sometimes the weirdos show up and play card games there, but whatever. But that's every Sunday at 3 o'clock. Engage Gaming in Mobile. Oh, Stranger, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. So that's every Sunday, and then we got bi-monthly, June 18th, also at Engage. It's Gulf Coast Throwdown. This time we are playing Street Fighter 5, KOF 15, P4A again. I think we're playing Persona Arena again, and Strive, always Strive. So and then of course also doing Smash, but that'll be on the Engage side. I should be streaming the FGC game. So again, if you're in the Mobile area or just the Alabama, Mississippi, or Florida Gulf Coast, come by and check it out. We always have fun, you know. Come meet other like-minded folks who also like the same stuff you like, and just come and have fun with that. And stranger, I appreciate you using your Prime. I'm just going to remind folks, you know, if you have Amazon Prime, then you also have Twitch Prime. And all you got to do is connect your Amazon Prime to your Twitch account. That gives you one free subscription every month. Now, I'm not saying that you should use your subscription here. You should definitely, if you have Amazon Prime, you know, use that free Twitch. But if you can't think of anybody else to give it to, just go ahead and throw that thing my way. You know, help an old man out. I'm struggling over here. You know, so. All right. Well, I've never been to Engage Gaming. Where is it located? What is the address? 5701 Moffett Road. It's been so long since I've actually said the address. I used to know it by heart. Somewhere around there. Just go to Google Maps, type in Engage Gaming Mobile, Alabama. It'll come up. Be people that like what I like. I don't like anything. Oh, well. You may find something you like, or you may not. So give it to millionaire Twitch streamers instead. Hey, whatever, man. I watch a bunch of weird stuff on Twitch. Maximilian's probably the biggest Twitch streamer I watch. I'll watch a bunch of Homeworld 2 streams, and with one other guy with me in there in that chat, and Star Citizen stuff, which. By the way, if for some reason you ever been interested in Star Citizen, want to know what that game was about, follow my other Twitch channel. It's Stucky, twitch.tv/Stucky. I play Star Citizen on that channel every now and then. I'll probably start playing some other stuff too, but right now it's just a couple of Star Citizen playthroughs and everything. And I do unfortunately jump into Pika Shock's stream every now and then. And sometimes I will go in, hear a bunch of young men doing weird stuff, and I will leave immediately. So if that's what you like, Pika Shots might be the channel for you. Yeah. Anyway, all right. I keep saying I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm going to bed, everybody. Thanks again for joining me. Let's all celebrate Street Fighter. Let's all celebrate fighting games as a whole. Let's all hope that Capcom cares about fighting games again. All right, there we go. End screen. See you guys later. Sundays at Engage, June 18th at Engage. Be there, be square. Good night, everybody.